Alright, how's it going, guys? We are going to have our first attempt at building this fusion reactor today. So let's see how this works. We need, obviously, our fusion reactor, which we want to put, I'm guessing, somewhere in this general vicinity. We need it somewhat close to the water. Let's go ahead and just tear all this tree stuff out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and flatten out this area of land right here. That way I've got a nice flat area for my pumps. That should be pretty decent right there. And actually, I've put a couple of these large guys out here. I kind of like these. They do one heck of an area. And I actually want to use one of them right down here. And I want to see if I can get rid of... I should be able to get rid of both of those and possibly both of them. I just didn't think about it when I was planning this fusion reactor. Alright, so let's go. Just thinking how I want to do this here. I was thinking doing it this way. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So we're going to put it right like that, I think. And let's get power over to this. Okay. Now that's going to cover that whole area, so I can get rid of the ones that are over here and the ones that are over there. Beautiful. So I can get rid of all this crap. It's not going to be necessary. And that's going to cover that whole area. Love it. And let's get rid of that as well. And let's see, did I pick up any? No, good. Alright, so that's going to cover all of that beautifully. I am going to have to put something there so they're connected that way, but they're connected through that. So for right now, they're fine. And let's get... I have a huge water tank here, which we're going to put in here. And we're going to have this going off and going straight into here to supply this with water. And I know I made them. There they are. I made a bunch of these, and we're going to put them out like so. And let's put that there. And actually, let's use one of these. That'll cover that whole area. That'll power my water pumps. No messing around with the solar things for the, or the wind things for this. I want to make sure that it's proactively powered. And then that will take care of the pump. And let's get water ran up here. Okay, now that should hopefully be enough to keep that full. And we got our water coming into here. Now, it says in the tooltip that this can handle supplying 20 of the advanced turbines. So, if that is the case, I'm thinking of doing this, except that water is going to be in the way. Which I can move that. That's not a big deal. Oops. 5. And then I'll move that one in a second. Okay, and then just like that, run them right off of there. Remove this back to there. And I'm actually going to try to run these off the side and see how that works as well. But I want to get these out here first, so I can get a good look at it, because I haven't used this yet. And then we'll just run that straight up through the center, and that'll work just like that. Alright. And now we want to put in right there should work. And I want to make sure this does not connect to the base. Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to have this one connect to here. That'll connect all of these to our main grid. And then we're going to have, let's get this one out of here. So this is our main grid here, which I want it connected to, but this one I do not. This is the one that's going to connect to the actual fusion reactor. And so I want to disconnect that power line right there. I don't want that connected. And I just realized this one here that I got going over to my pumps is not connected to the main. It is only connected to those couple wind right there, so I need to connect that to the actual main. So let's get rid of that one for the moment. And just looking here, yeah, let's not run it that way. Let's actually run it this way. That'll hook it to the main. Because these are running off of those and are perfectly fine with powering it. Alright, now we want to run this up and connect it here. And then I want to isolate this. So I want to make sure that none of this is connected anywhere outside of powering this. Which it looks like that is the case. It is powering itself. And that's it. And that's what I want it to do. Alright, so now we want a requester chest here. We want a buffer chest there. And we need input, output. And we're going to do that to power it. And then we want to tell this to send us in DT fuel. 10 is fine. Request from buffer. And then this is going to be where the empties go into. And then they'll get sucked out and sent over to be redone. So right now, our main line is running off of accumulators and our advanced solar. Now this does show 40 of those on the grid, but those 40 should be, yeah, these down here. All right, they just got their first one put in. So we are getting steam going right now. Oh, that was pretty quick. Where is the rest of our fuel? Oh, it ran through 2 of them already. Holy crap. That's pretty quick. Alright, let's go see what's holding up the fuel over here. Luckily, we've got plenty of power that it's not a big deal that that's not running. There's no empties. We got plenty of tritium in there. So let's make about 8 more of these to inject into the system. And you know what? This one here needs to be changed to a requester chest. And it needs to request the empties. That'll help fix the issue. Well, if we keep it full, and we also have to do this, because I screwed this up. These need to be connected. There we go. Now all 20 of those can kick in. Okay, so this thing works pretty damn fast. So we're definitely going to have to probably up the fuel production on this. And we may actually have to run a line over here for those, because it's taking a bit to get them over here and get them back from the bots. Though if I'm guessing that fusion reactor is going way faster than what this can run. So I'm definitely going to have to put a lot more of these into the system, and probably put a couple more of these plants in. I don't really think I need to speed them up. I think I can just put a couple extra in here. How are we doing on the tritium? We got plenty of tritium. Alright, and it doesn't look like they made this to where the fusion reactor basically has to run to keep itself reacting. So if it runs out, it's not a major issue. And we're not using up the steam quick enough anyways. So we're building up on steam. Yeah, see, we're full on steam right now anyways. And our solars are taking care of any excess. So that means I can work on upgrading the amount of DT fuel we have in the system, along with getting more of the things to make it set up as well. Those solars are doing the job very, very well. So that's it would really be nice if this was one of those, because as far as I know, from the little bit I've watched about fusion reactors, you really want to keep the thing saturated and running. It runs better, I believe, if it's continually running and continually creating the reaction. It would actually take, I don't know. I'm used to Greg Tech for one, where you never want to do just one reaction. But again, I understand this is Factorio, and I don't know just how easy that would be to do. And this is just a very big generator, really. But that works pretty cool. Now, I'm wondering if I can take, I'm venturing to guess, I could put, let me just copy one of these off and put it down here on either side like that. And let's move this one up just a little bit. I'm venturing to guess those would work just fine like that. And if that's the case, yeah, those are working just fine. 122 of 125. And this can do 100 a second. So I probably wouldn't want to do this, because I wouldn't be able to supply enough steam, I don't believe. But it is possible. And if I was going to run this for speed, I would actually do this just so when the system gets low and it needs them, these would be able to kick in more of them. But these wouldn't run most of, these extras wouldn't run most of the time. And anybody that knows, you know, the way I do this shit, I don't like the fact that I'm basically just storing steam here, but with the solar panels, I really don't have a choice, especially until I get the infrastructure behind it built up a little bit. I do think I'm going to change this to where it keeps 30 in there. I'm going to go make another probably 50 of these and get them made. Now, why in the world is this running so strong? Well, it's not now. It must have been filling up the accumulator, but I don't know why that would be so. Alright, it's nighttime. The solar's not running, so this thing is doing its job now. Solars are going down. It's going up. And it's easily supplying the 700 we need right now. Well, 650 at the moment. But yeah, it's doing the work. It runs when it needs to. Oh yeah. That's looking pretty damn good. Alright, so there's our fusion reactor. Our first fusion reactor. Probably not going to have to mess with power for quite a while, and we still have this little regular reactor down here if we ever need it. But I seriously doubt, with that and all those solar panels, I'm going to need power for quite a while. So I'm going to go ahead and work on getting a couple more of these built. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just ways of telling me to that might be a little bit better for this system, let me know. And I'll see you guys next time.